Okay, so here is my 30-day challenge. If I play this Moplay drum set for at least 30 minutes every day for 30 days, can I go from being completely inexperienced to being any good at the drums? Let's find out. So day one for me was just setting up the drum set. I didn't have any instructions, but I was mostly able to figure it out on my own. Eventually, I did see that they have a YouTube video on how to set this up, so I used that and I got things set up. Maybe I'm not a complete beginner. Growing up, I played the drum set a handful of times in my life. I've been able to keep kind of a steady rock beat, but that's it. So on day one, I started playing the song Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. Awesome song. My drum skills, not so awesome. So day four, a little bit of progress. I figured out that the tablet and console needed to be switched. So this helped. Play Don't Stop Me Now again. A little bit better. Still not really good. And it did basically take me a few days to learn how to use the app and knowing what all the features were in the app. Day six, I started doing more of the practice lessons, and I found that these were more beneficial just for me to learn different patterns. Some of these practice lessons do have some fills, but that's not really the focus of the lessons. It's mostly just muscle memory and learning different patterns. At this point, I feel like I know a little bit more about how to play drums, and I feel like I'm a little bit better. Day 10, I start some more complex practice sessions. Another thing I did was I slowed down the speed so I could actually play. That's one pretty nice feature about the Moplay drum set is you can speed it up or slow it down, and I definitely slowed it down a lot. All right, by day 20, I was feeling a lot more confident. With my bass foot, I could do some more patterns, a little bit more syncopations. At this point, I also started watching some different YouTube videos to see if that would help me. At day 20, I realized just how bad I really am at playing the drums. So I feel like I've made a lot of improvement from day one. And I think this is kind of normal, but I think the better you get at something, the more you realize how you're not really actually good at that something. That's where I am now. Okay, day 30. My hi-hat foot is actually doing something sometimes. Overall, I feel more confident. I feel like I can do more complex patterns. Honestly, I still kind of feel like I don't do anything super well. Definitely better than day one. 30 days is up. 30 days for 30 minutes. That's not a lot. That's about 15 hours. There were some days that I just didn't play at all. I wasn't able to get to it. And then there was days I was just having a lot of fun and I played for as long as I could. So what happened from day 1 to day 30? The biggest thing that I noticed is that I am now familiar with more patterns. So I can do a little bit more than just a kind of a standard steady rock beat. I can do a little bit more syncopations with my bass leg, sometimes use my hi-hat foot. I've never been able to do that before, so that's pretty cool. Another thing too is, despite knowing how horrible I am, I feel a lot more confident. I feel like playing the drums is something I absolutely could do if I keep up with it and keep practicing. And another really big thing for me is I had a lot of fun playing these drums. I've always really loved music. I've loved instruments. So playing hasn't really been an issue for me, but I found when I got married and started having kids, it's been really hard to dedicate time to doing something like that. But I found because this was so much fun, it was never really an issue of me practicing the drums. I always wanted to. I never got bored of it. This was a lot of fun playing the drums in a way where I had a tablet, I had some kind of guidance, I could play along with songs, I could do lessons or whatever. Another thing really nice about this is because it's digital, I could put my headphones in and I didn't have to worry about being self-conscious or anything like that. I could play and I played a lot of times when my kids were taking naps and it didn't wake them up. That's been a really nice thing with this drum set. So overall, do I think you can learn to play the drums with a drum set like this where it has lessons? Yeah, absolutely. I think going from zero experience at all to probably an intermediate state is completely doable. And I think if they make some improvements and additions with the app, I think you could probably even get to an advanced state. Some of the improvements I'd like to see with the app is, for one, I think it'd be really cool if they provided lessons just for fills. They could teach you a fill, you could do it over and over again and get really good at doing fills. That's something I feel like I still can't do at all. Like I can do different patterns and rhythms, but fills, no. Another thing that I think would be really nice is if you could like press a button to toggle the drum sound from coming on. There's a lot of times where like I'm looking at the note or seeing the blue lines come down and I kind of know what it's supposed to sound like, but maybe not really. I think it would be nice if I could press a button to see what the drums actually sound like and then mimic that after I play it. That'd be really helpful to me. Overall, it was a fun 30-day experience. I had a ton of fun. I am not good at the drums, but I did make a lot of improvement. I think this would be a great tool for teaching kids how to play the drum. I would like to thank Moplay for sponsoring this video. They sent the drum set to me for free, and I've loved every second of it. Been a lot of fun. If you have any questions about this drum set, I'd be happy to answer the questions if you write it below. Let me know what you think of this kind of concept for learning how to play an instrument. I've had a lot of fun with it. I'm curious if you think it would work for you. I will post a link below in the video description so you can see what the current price for this is.